goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn and settle in because I have got the most explosive tea to spill about why Remy Ma has been acting completely unhinged over Papoose and Claressa Shields' relationship. The streets are talking, and what they're saying will have your jaw on the floor. You won't believe this, but apparently, Eazy Tha Block Captain, yes, the very same man Remy left Papoose for, is already out here playing in her face. Can you believe the audacity? After all that messy drama from last year, things between Remy and Eazy are crumbling faster than a house of cards in a hurricane, and let me tell you something. Papoose is sitting back watching it all with zero sympathy. Not only is he not feeling sorry for her, but this man is actually out here throwing shade and laughing about her getting cheated on after what she did to him. The karma is real, folks. And from what I'm hearing, we're about to witness another explosive showdown between these two that's going to shake the whole industry. I'm telling you, this story has more twists and turns than a roller coaster. Now let me take you back for a minute because to really understand how wild this situation is, you need to know the full story. Remember how Papoose and Remy's love story used to be the thing that romance novels are made of? I mean, this wasn't just any regular relationship. This was the kind of love that had people believing in true love again. When Remy was behind bars, this man loved her so much that he risked his own freedom trying to smuggle her a skeleton key. Can you imagine loving someone that much? And when the authorities tried to keep them apart, do you know what this man did? He said, "If I can't marry her in person, I'll marry her over the phone." And that's exactly what he did. If that's not the definition of ride or die love, then I don't know what is. Then, when she finally got out, they had this beautiful fairy tale wedding ceremony that had everybody in tears. They created this amazing blended family that looked like something straight out of a Hallmark movie. Remy's child, Papoose's 3 kids, all coming together like they'd been family since day one. It was beautiful to watch. Then in 2018, they welcomed their precious baby girl, and on paper, everything looked absolutely perfect. They were giving us hashtag relationship goals left and right until they weren't. The first sign that something was seriously wrong came on Father's Day 2023. And let me tell you, people's eyebrows went straight up to the ceiling. Here's why. Remy, who used to praise Papoose like he hung the moon and stars, who never missed a chance to remind everybody how blessed she was to have him, who would write these long, beautiful tributes about what an amazing husband and father he was, suddenly went completely silent. Not a word, not a post, not even a simple Happy Father's Day. Nothing. The silence was deafening. But wait, it gets even more interesting. Because while Remy was busy being quiet, Papoose posts this family picture with all the kids. But guess who's conspicuously missing from the frame? Remy and her child from another relationship. And the caption, "Family is everything." Chile, the shade was so thick you could cut it with a knife. The comments section exploded with people asking, "Where's Remy? What's going on?" Some folks even started calling it out, saying things like, "You married a woman that never was deeply and madly in love with you. You, on the other hand, was blindly in love with her, and now you are seeing the truth." The writing was on the wall, but nobody was ready for what came next. Just when people thought things couldn't get any messier, rumors started flying around that Remy was creeping around with Eazy Tha Block Captain. Yes, the same Eazy who moved in Papoose's circles. The disrespect of it all. People were shocked not just because Remy and Papoose always seemed so solid, but because Eazy was supposed to be Papoose's friend. The streets were buzzing with whispers about how Eazy had crossed the ultimate line, sneaking around with his friend's wife behind his back. The betrayal was astronomical. And let me tell you, Papoose wasn't about to let that disrespect slide. Word on the street is that things got nuclear at an industry event when Papoose and Eazy crossed paths. And baby, Papoose didn't just confront him, he knocked him clean out, left him laying there like yesterday's news. Of course, Eazy tried to play it cool on social media afterward, trying to act like nothing happened. This man really got on Twitter saying, "Y'all want something bad to happen to me so bad, and it's the same hating men and females." But the audacity reached new heights when he actually had the nerve to ask Papoose to clear these rumors up. Imagine getting caught with someone's wife and then asking them to defend your honor. The delusion is real. Remy tried to do damage control, jumping on Twitter talking about chrome battles and telling everyone to stop with the Eazy and Pap lies. But what really spoke volumes wasn't what was said, it was what wasn't said. Papoose, who used to defend Remy like his life depended on it, who was always talking about happy wife, happy life, and how a man needs to honor his queen, suddenly went completely silent. And let me tell you something, that silence was louder than any words could ever be. The whole situation really exploded during that infamous battle with Geechee Gotti. Let me show you exactly what went down.
I don't give a f***ing just tell me stop spewing the business. If I found out you were the help, that could really ruin your image. We're talking Barack and Michelle, Pap and Remy. Us, y'all the poster child symbol for black love.
The way Gotti delivered those bars, you could tell this wasn't news to anybody in that room. This was an open secret that everybody had been whispering about, but Gotti wasn't done. He went straight for the jugular, dragging Remy for doing Papoose dirty after all those years of loyalty.
In every interview, he showed his admiration and tell the world how he think his woman the greatest. They held you down in prison for 6 years.
And Eazy, instead of jumping to Remy's defense like a man who's proud of his woman, this man just stood there looking like,
You wanna know who I'm fucking? You wanna know the details? This on the details. If you heard it, something to me over a female and he ain't dead, it's probably because I still got the female.
I swear, these side pieces are getting bolder and louder by the day. It's like they forgot how to stay in their lane. Meanwhile, Papoose decided to move on with boxing champion Claressa Shields. And honey, that's when things went from messy to catastrophic. Because here's the gag. Claressa and Remy actually knew each other. Claressa had been in Remy's DMS before she started dealing with Papoose. But then again, Eazy and Papoose were supposed to be friends too. So I guess what goes around comes all the way back around. Just when everybody thought things might finally be cooling down, word started circulating that Papoose and Claressa's relationship was getting serious. And Remy? Oh baby, she is not handling it well at all. According to my sources, she's been spiraling out of control, throwing shade in every direction like it's confetti at a New Year's party, and talking reckless to anybody who'll listen. She's even been dropping hints about wanting to throw hands. But let's be real, she might want to think twice about stepping in the ring with a professional boxer like Claressa. Now you might be sitting there wondering why Remy's so pressed about her ex moving on if she's supposedly happy with Eazy. Well, it probably has everything to do with how good things are going between Papoose and Claressa. Don't believe me? Just listen to how Claressa talks about their relationship.
I strongly believe that sometimes people need to fight it out. Because talking doesn't do it. Sometimes you can talk. Like if it's certain situations, you could talk to a person, you express how you feel, they express how they feel, and y'all come to a mutual agreement that y'all either don't agree or, you might start seeing it from another person's point of view. When it gets to the level, or when you deal with people that, like, sometimes how I used to be, I don't even want to hear that shit. I don't give a fuck how you felt. I don't care what you thought. What's up? What we doing? And that's where I come in. She said, you ain't have a fight in recent times. You really not ready for this work. She said it's natural. She don't have to. It's not even like talking about fighting. Sometimes people be needing fucking hands put on them. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports. I just never could.
Yeah, that's why I said I love him. I love having his support. You know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There you go. We deserve each other. But I don't know. It's kind of one of those things. I was like, I want to keep him all to myself. I didn't really.
And Papoose isn't shy about showing his feelings either. has Remy seeing red. She's been trying to cause problems between them since day one. She even went as far as leaking private texts where Claressa was asking Papoose to communicate better, trying to make it look like he wasn't that into her. But the messiness didn't stop there. Remy really tried to embarrass them both by posting about how Papoose fell asleep on the phone with Claressa while he was at her house. The level of petty is astronomical. But wait, there's more! Remy started claiming that Claressa and her publicity team were running some kind of smear campaign against her, saying, "I begged Pap to put out something to stop the narrative, and he kept telling me just stay quiet and that's the best thing to do." Then she really went for the kill shot, claiming Papoose said he would never get with Claressa because she was ugly. The drama just kept escalating. Papoose finally reached his breaking point and decided to air all the dirty laundry. He exposed Remy as a narcissist who had been cheating repeatedly, and he spilled the piping hot tea about how she spent last Christmas with Eazy instead of being home with their daughter. He even confirmed knocking Eazy out, saying, "I didn't knock him out because he's with my wife. I knocked him out because he shook my hand and then slept with my wife. The disrespect was too much." Claressa jumped into the fray too, calling out Remy's clown behavior and pointing out how ridiculous it was for a 45-year-old woman to be acting this way. That led to Remy throwing shade about Claressa's age, but Claressa wasn't having it. She exposed Remy for faking texts and even challenged her to a fight for just $1. Listen to this. While all this was going down, Eazy was out here bragging about bagging Remy like it was some kind of trophy. And during another battle, he had Remy declaring her love while finally admitting they were together. But here's where it gets really juicy. According to my inside sources, Eazy has been playing in Remy's face since day one. Apparently, he never even cut off his side piece when he got with Remy. Now that Remy's found out about his affairs, it explains why she's been acting like a woman possessed about Papoose and Claressa. Everything makes perfect sense now. Her desperate attempts to break them up, refusing to sign those divorce papers, all the erratic behavior, it's all because she's realizing she messed up a good thing for a man who's out here doing her exactly how she did Papoose. Now, I'm not saying Papoose and Claressa are completely innocent in all this because they knew exactly what they were doing while Remy was still technically in the picture, but let's be real, Remy's definitely catching the worst of it right now. I guess it's like they say, how you get them is how you lose them. And Eazy is proving that saying true with every passing day. The streets are saying this drama is far from over, and with the way things are heating up, we might be in for even more explosive revelations. But what do y'all think? Is Papoose really in love with Claressa, or is this all about getting the ultimate revenge on Remy? Is Remy really mad about Papoose moving on, or is she just acting out because Eazy is treating her the same way she treated Papoose? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our next video for more piping hot tea.